Hi, I'm Sean, and welcome to What's New in Wallet. Since their introduction, passes have become an essential part of how people move through their day. From picking up a morning coffee, to tapping through transit gates, to checking in and boarding a flight, all without ever handing over a physical card. Passes help people move through their world faster, more privately, and more securely. In iOS 27, we're taking passes further than ever. iOS 27 introduces a stunning new pass style called poster generic. 4 new barcode types giving you more flexibility at the point of presentation, and a powerful new way for passes to surface relevant actions right below the pass face. And we're also introducing a brand new suite of developer tools for Mac and server platforms, making it easier than ever to design, personalize, and build great passes. We have a lot to cover, so let's dive straight in with the brand new pass style, poster generic. Poster generic is a great fit for membership cards, loyalty programs, store cards, and anywhere you want bold, colorful artwork to take center stage. The pass face consists of a background image, a primary logo, header fields, primary fields, a footer field, and lastly, a barcode if supplied. To adopt this style, in the pass JSON of your pass bundle, specify the poster generic top-level style key. Then, add your content with the usual pass field structure, and the pass will take care of laying everything out across the pass face. One thing to keep in mind is that the pass face supports a single footer field, so if you include more than one, only the first will be displayed. Poster generic requires iOS 27 or later. To support customers on iOS 26 and earlier, we recommend including the existing generic top-level style key, alongside the poster generic style key in your pass JSON, with relevant fields under each. That way, customers who have not yet made the update to iOS 27 will still be able to add your pass to wallet. Next, in iOS 27, passes support 4 new barcode types: EAN13, Code 39, Codebar, and ITF. These are specified using the existing barcode object and barcodes array in your pass JSON. For example, to present your barcode in Codebar format, set the format of your barcode to PK barcode format Codebar. You can find the full list of format definitions in the Wallet Passes documentation. Because previous versions of iOS do not support these new formats, we strongly recommend providing an array of barcodes in priority order. By providing multiple barcodes, you give the system the best chance of rendering a barcode your hardware can scan, regardless of which operating system version your customer is on. If you only provide one of the new barcode types and nothing else, the pass will not render a barcode on iOS 26 and earlier. So we recommend leading with your preferred format and falling back gracefully. Now, we do recognize that there are some circumstances where supporting multiple barcode types simply isn't an option. If that's your situation, there are 2 things that you should do. First, surface the credential ID in a pass field, so it can be entered manually, and make it easy to find. Consider using a primary field or a header field, so it's prominent on the pass face. Second, make sure your frontline staff are trained for manual entry workflows. A pass that can't be scanned shouldn't result in a blocked customer. Getting this right can mean the difference between a seamless experience and a frustrating one. Next, let's talk about featured actions. With the 2nd generation event tickets introduced in iOS 18, you can provide semantic URLs to expose additional user actions drawn below the pass, such as viewing the event schedule. In iOS 27, there's a new flexible API that allows you to provide actions for all pass styles. In the top level of your pass JSON, define the featured actions key, which takes an array of action objects. Each action is defined as a unique ID, the action type, and a value, such as a URL. For example, to provide an action to view offers, I'll set the identifier to a unique ID, the action type to membership benefits, and a URL to navigate the user. Wallet draws this below the pass, with an appropriate colourful icon and a localized call to action. Each pass can contain up to 2 featured actions. We recommend providing only the most meaningful and relevant actions to your customers, and provide your actions in priority order. You can find the full list of supported action types and their expected values in the Wallet Passes documentation. Now, passes have gained a lot of features and functionality over the last decade, and it can be hard to connect what is described in the pass bundle to the visual representation presented on device. So we're excited to announce a brand new app for Mac that makes designing passes easier than ever, and it's called Pass Designer. Pass Designer is a what you see is what you get editor, giving you a true to iOS rendering of your pass as you build it. Pass Designer creates template files. To convert a template into a personalized, signed pass ready for distribution, alongside Pass Designer, we're also announcing a new Swift on Server package called Pass Builder. Pass Builder runs on Mac and Linux. It provides a Swift API and a command line executable called Build Pass. Now, my friend Stacey runs a doggy daycare, and I want to help her create membership cards for each of her fluffy clients. I'm going to use Pass Designer to design a template, and then use Pass Builder on server to personalize the template and distribute passes at scale. Let's jump into Pass Designer. And here we go. A live preview of the pass on the right, and a sidebar to edit the pass on the left. The sidebar allows you to configure the pass identity and signing configuration, the pass style, images, barcodes, fields, and semantics if the pass style supports it. So this is a bit of a blank canvas, but I know Stacey takes some gorgeous portrait photos of each dog. So let's experiment with the new posted generic style and see how those photos look. So I'm going to go into Style and change the pass style to posted generic. And then I'm going to navigate to Images in the sidebar and drag in a sample photo Stacey's given me from my desktop. That looks like it fits quite nicely. Now let's add some fields. I'm going to navigate to Header Fields in the sidebar and add a new header field. I'm going to set the key to Dog ID and the label to Member ID, and add a placeholder ID to see how it looks. Great. Now let's add some primary fields for dog name and their favorite toy. In the sidebar, I'm going to navigate to Primary Fields and add a primary field for name. I'll set the key to dog name. Now, here's a neat trick with the posted generic pass face. If I omit the label on the first primary field, we'll get the cool bold title for the field value. So I'm going to type in a placeholder name of Finley and add a primary field for favorite toy. So again, I'll navigate to Primary Fields and add a new field. I'll set the key to Loves, the label to Loves, and add a placeholder value of Flying Disc. And now let's make it super easy for Stacey to check each dog in and out of daycare by encoding their member ID as a barcode. I'm going to head over to Barcode and NFC and write in a placeholder barcode message. This works, but I don't think I need to use that much space for a QR code. Let's try a narrow barcode type instead, such as PDF 417. I'm going to click on the Format Picker and select PDF 417. That looks much better. Now let's add some finishing touches by adding a primary logo. I'll navigate to Images and drag in the primary logo from my desktop. And adjusting the colors by navigating to Style and setting the label color. And the final finishing touch, adding Stacey's Doggy Daycare to the footer. I'll navigate to Footer Fields and add a new field, and set the text value to Stacey's Doggy Daycare. Now that's a cute pass for a very cute dog. The very last thing to do is to save our template. Pass Designer saves templates as pkpass template files. I'm going to go to File, then Save, and then save the template. Now I don't want to create an individual pass for every member of Stacey's Doggy Daycare in Pass Designer. Instead, I want to personalize this template at scale on a server using Pass Builder. I'm going to switch over to the Swift server for Stacey's Doggy Daycare. First, I'm going to add Pass Builder as a dependency to the Swift package manifest and to the server target. Now, I'm going to implement this function createPass in the server source to generate a personalized pass. The function createPass receives a model already loaded from the database with the dog's name, membership ID, their favorite toy, and a URL to a gorgeous photo of each dog. Let's get started by first loading the template I made earlier using the pass package type. Pass package provides a type-safe way to access and configure the pass bundle, including a pass property to interact with the contents of the pass JSON. Let's personalize the fields. I'll call setValue on the pass fields property to set the dog's name, their membership ID, and their favorite toy. Now, let's set the background image to the photo of the dog. I'm going to create an instance of passImage, passing in a URL to the photo of the dog and assigning it to the background image property on the pass package type. And let's configure the barcode so dogs can be quickly checked in and out of daycare. I'll create a pass barcode with the encoded message being the dog's membership ID and using the PDF 417 format. And lastly, I think it'd be great to have a featured action for clients to view their membership. So let's add that by setting a pass action on featured actions. And just like that, the server is generating a personalized pass. Now, we need to build our pass and sign it for distribution. As a reminder, to build and sign a pass for Wallet, you need to generate and write a manifest of the contents of your pass into your pass bundle. Then, create a detached signature of the manifest and write the signature into your pass bundle. Then, compress the resulting directory and add the pkpass file extension. Pass Builder takes care of all of that for you. You just need to provide the certificates. Going back to the server source, using the pass certificate type, I'm going to load the pass signing certificate and the WWDR intermediate certificate. Next, I'm going to create an instance of pass signer, passing in the certificates. And finally, I'm going to call the signPass function on pass signer, passing in the personalized package I made earlier, and the URL on disk to write the signed pass for distribution, and then return the URL. And now, Stacey's Doggy Daycare has gorgeous wallet passes for every client. Pass Builder can also be used from other programming languages. The Swift Java project can generate native Java bindings for the Swift API, allowing you to invoke Pass Builder from the Java runtime. We're also making protobuf definitions of the pass package format available, allowing you to generate type-safe models in your preferred programming language. You can then generate a customization message and invoke the build pass command line executable to personalize and sign your pass. For more information on using Swift Java, check out the Explore Swift and Java Interoperability developer session. And for documentation on the build pass command line, see the Pass Builder developer documentation, both of which are linked in the session description. And that's a brief end-to-end demo of Pass Designer and Pass Builder, from designing a template, to personalizing it, to signing it for distribution. You can find links to download Pass Designer, the Pass Builder source, and comprehensive documentation in the session description. I've covered a lot today, so for next steps, check out Pass Designer. Use Pass Designer to experiment with the new poster generic style and check if it's the right fit for your pass. If you plan on adopting any of the new barcode types, make a plan for providing graceful fallbacks. And take a moment to identify the most meaningful and relevant actions for your customers, then bring them to life with featured actions. This is a new chapter for building wallet passes, and we're so excited to see all the amazing passes that you're going to create. Thanks for watching, and have a wonderful WWDC.